You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrans for Black and White Sports. We're doing a follow-up today. Daryl Morey, who now works for the Philadelphia 76ers, come out and talked about some of the repercussions of him coming out and defending Hong Kong against China last year that caused so much controversy, including one LeBron James stepping in and defending China. Very quickly, I've got on the LeChina James shirt available in our merch store. 10% off right now. Promo code LeBron Sucks. LeBron S-U-X. All together, one word, LeBron Sucks. And we'll get to some comments that LeBron made in this, but Daryl Morey offered some serious insight into some of the repercussions that he thought was going to happen after he decided to defend Hong Kong. Rightfully so, by the way, rightfully so. And look, the NBA, the Marxist NBA of China, really tried to get Morey to bend the knee. Now, we'll get to LeBron James, and I'm gonna tell you something about Morey after I read LeBron's comments from earlier this year, and that's just part of the story. Okay, that's just part of the story, and that was something we covered in the past. But after I read LeBron's comments again, I was like, okay. New 76ers president of basketball operations Daryl Morey shared concern that his career in the NBA might have been over after sharing a post on social media that expressed support for a protest group in Hong Kong. Quote, in the past 12 months, I had moments where I thought I might never work in the NBA again for reasons I was willing to go down for. So Morey is saying right there, I was not backing off what I said. He was willing to lose his job over it. Morey told ESPN while discussing his new role with the 76ers, I love working. I love what I do, and I didn't want that to happen. It should be noted, he was the general manager with the Rockets when they got Russell Westbrook. But I heard on a Ryan Russillo podcast just a while back, Daryl Morey did not want Russell Westbrook on the Houston Rockets. He did not. And, of course, that turned into what looks like a terrible move, and Russell Westbrook is now in Washington. Good God. Morey got out of there. Good job getting out of Houston. The question so many have posed is why Morey felt compelled to take on the issue. While his team was in China during the height of the controversy, LeBron James of the LA Lakers questioned Morey's timing and his knowledge of the topic. Quote, I don't want to get into a word or sentence feud with Daryl Morey, but I believe he wasn't educated on the situation at hand. And he spoke, James said at the time, and so many people could have been harmed, not only financially. LeBron's worried about that money. We're not worried about what China's doing. We're not worried about the fact that China's got people in concentration camps right now. We're not worried about the freedom of Hong Kong, people of Hong Kong. We are worried about that money, but physically, emotionally, and spiritually. But the first thing he said was financially. What James did not know was that Morey had befriended a number of Hong Kong residents while attending business school and had an intimate knowledge of the challenges faced with living in that country. So LeBron James, Daryl Morey had a direct knowledge of what was going on in that country from people in Hong Kong. Congratulations, LeBron James. You continue to be a moron. His decision to tweet his support was neither rash nor uninformed, but a conscious effort to express his solidarity for the people he knew well. Very quickly, I just wanted to tell you exactly how smart Daryl Morey is. Got a bachelor's degree in computer science with an emphasis on statistics from Northwestern University. as well as an MBA from MIT Sloan School of Management. LeBron James. Okay, yeah, and so in other words, Morey, and I've heard this on various podcasts I listen to, where they still do talk some basketball, and he gets brought up. He's considered like one of the top 5 smartest guys in the entire NBA. Daryl Morey. Not LeBron James, Daryl Morey. Asked months later if he regrets his decision to support the protest in Hong Kong, Morey paused for several seconds and says, "I'm very comfortable with what I did." Now, this is where it takes on even a more darker turn. Even so, Morey never anticipated the vitriol his tweet would generate. At one point he said, based on intel provided to him, Morey had grave concerns regarding the safety of his wife and 2 children. Still feeling good, LeBron James. Quote, "I was actually really, really worried about it," Morey said. He declined to elaborate on specific threats. "Luckily, I had access to different people who were assisting me with that and giving me advice on how to handle it. Hopefully, I've been able to get where we have with some level of safety. But I was extremely concerned. You don't want the second most powerful government on earth mad at you if you can avoid it. In this case, I couldn't." So he's telling you, China was pissed at Daryl Morey, okay? Was pissed at Daryl Morey. And China did, the NBA was scrambling. They were scrambling. The NBA estimated it lost hundreds of millions of dollars over the controversy, despite persistent calls from Chinese officials for Morey's dismissal. The Rockets stood behind him. Okay, but look, they came out. Adam Silver came out, tried to cover on behalf of the NBA towards China. So Daryl Morey, there was a literal safety issue involving China. By the way, the NBA is still fully in bed with communist China. Absolutely. They are concerned about China's money, and judging by the product that they've decided to put on the court and what they have allowed their players to do, the NBA is no longer concerned with the money of the United States of America. Very quickly, last night, the opening night game, Lakers-Clippers versus last year's Lakers-Clippers, it was off. It was down nearly 600,000 viewers. Okay? And that's a lot because we're talking about ratings that are only down in the 3 millions, upper 2 millions for an opening night game, and they lost 600,000 viewers from last year. So they had a significant ratings drop last night from the opening night of the NBA. And regardless of Marxism, Black Lives Matter on the court, and all this other shit, so many of us Americans are pissed at the NBA over this issue with China, over the fact that they cannot seem to cut themselves away from the teat that is communist China. It's a priority to them, period. More of a priority than it is to back Hong Kong, and they want to continue to do business. Look, Nike, we're looking at you the same way. Okay? It's so important for you to remain embedded with China. We see it everywhere. Entertainment, they're so worried about Chinese box office. Ted Cruz is tackling that. I wish Ted would get involved and make these sports leagues sever ties to China, period. Especially in light of the Kung Flu making its way over here. You know, you would think that would be something too. Again, I'll continue to say it's very odd that a virus came out of China during an election year in which China happens to hate Donald Trump. There, I said that shit. So, look, I admire Daryl Morey. Was considered one of the best GMs in the league. Now he's over player personnel. It's still basically his GM job. Okay? The guy uses analytics Doesn't always make the right moves, but in great majority, he's always got a great plan, and he executes it. Right now, he's working on things in Philadelphia. You know, Ben Simmons may be on his way out the door. I'm sorry, Daryl Morey, you seem like a great guy. I don't give a shit about Ben Simmons or the 76ers or the rest of the NBA. But when they fuck up, I'm going to hammer their ass. You believe that? Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. It's crazy. The NBA is still in bed with China. He feared for his safety and the safety of his children. That's a great league. Good job, Adam Silver. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.